How's everybody today? Good morning. The sun is shining and how are you all feeling? I don't know how to feel today. And it's quite nice not to have to put makeup on. I love and enjoy doing makeup, and I love the rainbow stuff and lots of colors. But it's quite deliberating to not having to waste too much time in the morning and get ready, and just have to. I find that it's quite drying though, the weather, so I have to put loads of moisturizer on. And have you heard about this thing? You're welcome. The tip is use a silken pillowcase. So then it's like less friction. It's better for your hair, and it's better for your face, like this. So it's like nice and smooth. But in winter, it's slightly cold to the touch when you land your face onto it first thing. But if you like cold pillow, this is a thing for you. And try not to cause so much friction and wrinkles. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Rin. I'm just talking about how best to stop my wrinkly face. Maybe I should just maybe I should do painting in bed one day. Oh. Good morning, Alan. How are you today? Lovely people. The sun is out today. I should be feeling a bit like, but I'm a bit. So I don't know. It's like one of those days, right? That I guess we're allowed to, because we are really in a weird situation, once in a lifetime, I guess. And what do you think of this? Boris Johnson's gone into the hospital. I don't like seeing anyone sick. It's very upsetting. Although I don't believe in his policies and stuff, but I hope everybody's gonna be okay. Those one who are in the hospital. Hi, Marie. Today we are going to do something that I love since I was little. Cacti. And I've seen quite a few people doing watercolor, like whimsical things. So I thought, right, I have gone on Google. I'm just gonna show it quickly because it's okay to use picture reference always actually. So I have found this one, and it sings to me. I thought, right, I can kind of like kind of simplify it. I don't want it too complicated because I don't have much time. I'm not gonna do botanical type of cactus painting, and I quite like the dirt, where like coming through the rustic look of the pot. So I'm gonna try to translate that into the painting as well, and I might add the flowers into the plant. So if you want to look it up now, or just paint along with me for what I'm painting now. So this is quite cute too. But it's plastic pot. I'm turning my nose up on a plastic pot. And you can get loads of references of how you would like your cactus. But these ones, they're new, so they don't really have any flowers. So I had to go on for another resources to look for, what the flowers. And this is my mum sent me her cactus. That's when it started, the idea from. She sent me this lovely cactus in front of our house in Bangkok. And super cute. Look at that little red buds. So this cactus is like as big as me, and it lives outside. Hello, how crazy, mind blown. Okay, I think while I'm here, I'm tidying up my photo album. Delete, and then oh yeah, what do you think of this signature? I'll show you later, right? I'm trying to think of what I can sign my name with, because normally I just do like my check signing name, a bit official. I want something arty-farty. Okay, so get your page ready. Excuse me. I'm gonna switch my screen. Bye. Okay. I hope you are doing a better job at cleaning your palette, but I'm stingy. I'm just gonna use every single scrubs I have, and it's getting a bit too much. I'm gonna wipe it off, okay? So always have your watercolor wheel at the ready. A sip of the tea, and then a little page of scrap for you to try your paint on, and clean my screen. It's tradition now. Right, so I'm going to do something like this. I had a go last night, okay? Right, so I won't show you too much. Woo! That's what we'll be doing. And let's see. Where is my paper? I'm doing this every day, looking for paper. I've got new water, I've got everything new sorted out, but I never sorted paper. Ridiculous. That sounds almost like ridiculous. Is that Harry Potter spell? Okay, I'm just gonna tear my paper quickly and tear it again. Sorry guys, you've got your paper ready. And for that cactus, you can go in with a fine pen later and add lots of different spikes if you like. Or you can use stronger white paint to add spikes as well, if you want to go in, you know, the white route. Okay. I made a boo-boo of my paper. That will teach me for rushing. Okay, I think I am going to use that page for something else. I'm going to fold that in half. Actually, you need to take time cutting your paper, especially if you spend so much money on your paper. But these are quite expensive, but not as professional quality. It's student quality. Right. And I prefer torn edges, but I'm gonna rush it now. Use my craft scissors. There should be a machine that cut a piece of paper in torn edges effect. That would be great. If someone can invent it for me, please, you're welcome. Right. Okay. So the plant pot shape, we're gonna go for a, you know, terracotta. But if you want to have like a colorful one, like Mexican, go for it. Okay. I would suggest to paint something very wishy-washy to be the base, like so. I might do that actually. So wishy-washy like so, right? And then leave it to dry, and then you can put lettering or coloring. Excuse me. You can add, like, you know, patterns on top with stronger pigmented paint. Okay, I would do that. So if you prefer to have colorful pot, think about your layout. We're gonna do 3 pots. Okay, 1, 2, 3, like so. Okay, and make sure you have plenty of gap in between, a bit wider than that, because you're gonna want to have a lot of space for your cactus to breathe. Okay, right. I'd say like over an inch. And then we're gonna challenge ourselves by painting some shadow as well. I had to look for an image with pictures of shadow with cactus, because obviously ideally you have that plant pot right in front of you with the light source coming in, and then you see the shadow. Let me see if we can see any shadow like that, and then you paint exactly what you see. Can you see that shadow there? It's pretty actually, this one, because it's glass transparent. You have the light coming through, and then there's a shadow. So it's never like one solid block and one circle or one square. It's always organic shape. okay? But because we're doing a fun illustration, and as long as you put a little bit of shadow there, I need to repeat that we're not creating a masterpiece here, not the museum quality. It's just for fun, and it's not for anyone else but for you and for me to appreciate it. It's the process, okay? It's almost like meditation, okay? But you need to learn how to meditate, right? Okay, so we're gonna add a bit of shadow as well, like you know, and whatever pot shape you can do just have a think or have a quick look on your you know, Google now. You can have different type pot shape. What is your favorite? Go for it, okay? Right. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna go for maybe I'm gonna do like a okay, I'm thinking I might do like a blue pot, since I already decided that I'm gonna do a blue pot. Feel free to do any pot you like. Oh, and you can give yourself a floor if you like. Okay, give yourself a floor. Meow. Okay, is that, yeah, give or take is fine. That's where we're gonna put the pot, okay? And I'm gonna do very, very pale pot, like that, and just add lots of color. And can you see that the top of my pot is slightly curvy? Because that will give you an impression of the curve, and the same as the bottom. Okay, then you can drop some paint. Wow, it's wet. But if you want to have a terracotta pot, go for it, okay? So that's my pot one. And then I'm gonna go classy today, and I'm gonna go pot two in the same kind of collection. Don't forget the curve on the top. And the curve at the bottom, and keep filling it in quick before the outline dried out. We don't want the outline to dry out. Go for any shape pot you like. Okay, and then next one, what shape shall I do? Just gonna do a square pot, extreme square. But I think a curvy one looks better. Okay, keep filling it in. And I'm gonna drop some blues in again. Okay, cute. How are we doing? Hi Abby, hi Amy, hi Margaret, good morning. We're doing cactus today, and we're just gonna paint little pots for it to go in, okay? And if you have the reference image for your cactus, go ahead and do whatever shape you would like. But
if you can't be bothered, follow me. There's no right or wrong here today. So we're just going to do a different green, okay? This one, we're going to do a bit of a sappy green. So let me mix it quickly because I ran out of my green. Bouncy palette, I hate it. Let's see. That's cute. Sip of tea. Okay, and this one, we're going to draw. I've got the picture reference up with me, right next to me. Okay, and hold on 1 second. I just dropped some pressed leaves that I have pressed a long time ago. Oh, I use them to make printmaking. Print these particular patterns on straight onto a book. Hi Laura, good morning. How are you? Okay, so while the pot is drying, I'm going to show you the shape of my the first cactus that I'm going to paint. Simple. Just pick one that float your boat. Okay. So plant pot. I'm going in with one big one because it's a standard, if you like, okay? And then this one behind it, okay? Or you can do this one like so, okay? There's no right or wrong. Or you can do 4 or 5 if you like, fit it in like lots of different one, okay? And then the classic one is the prickly pear one, okay? Like so. And then we might add a little cutie flower, okay? Like so. And then I quite like this one where it's like a super, super big, like a ball. It's got pattern. Like that, and then you can add a flower on top here or on the side here, okay? All right, so this is what we are going to do. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Rebecca. We are doing cactus today. So we've just I don't know how many minutes in, we've done the paint pots already, and now we're about to paint the cactus, okay? All right. Okay, I've got my green ready, and make it wishy-washy because you want to add some details afterwards if you want to, okay? So I'm going to do add some water in. Make sure you don't touch your plot. Think that's gonna be my first cactus, okay? If you're unsure about yours, you can always have a drawing first, always, but this is just for fun. Go for it, guys, whatever, okay? And then next one, I am going to do a fresher green, slightly fresher, add a bit of orange in it, a touch. Let me test it. Okay, that's nice. I like. Okay. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna go for lime green first. A bit even fresher. Okay. Yeah, maybe a touch more green. Okay, gonna do prickly pear. Okay, so go in It's like a, what do you call this shape? A teddy bear ear. And this one just grows sideways. I saw that in my mom's picture. And then it's almost like a bunny actually. It's like a bunny. A crazy wonky bunny. Okay. And I think it's too flat. I'm gonna go and pick it out a bit. Pick the color out a little bit. Like so. Okay. And okay, like that. And while that first plant is drying out but still wet, I'm going to drop in some darker color like so. Okay. Ooh, that one's dried. But you can dot it in, even when it's dried, you can dot it in to add texture, okay? Can I? There you go. All right. And then we're going to do the next one in that fresher green that I was on about, but we're going to do it very lightly. So this is going to be a quick big ball. It's almost like watermelon, guys. Just go for it. And you know, the cactus love being pot bounded, right? So I'm just filling this up. You can make it a bit smaller if you like. I just got a bit too excited, as usual. Okay, so that's where we're at now. I'm going to add, because I saw the pictures of my mom's plant, and it has got flowers coming out. I'm going to do one here. So I'm adding a bit of green for the flower to grow. Okay, and choose your color. Because my mom's flower is red, I'm gonna do red. Again, go in wishy-washy first, yeah? Ooh. That one's a strong one. Okay? Just like that. And then I'm gonna go in with a bit of darker green while we're at it. If the surface is a bit dry, you just go to re-wet the surface again first of all. Okay? And again to this area of our watermelon. Now it's the time to add more pigment. Okay, And then this one, I am going to add a kind of like yellowy orange flowers. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw like a fussy in yellow first. It's almost like sun ray really. Okay, sunshine, just like what we're experiencing now. And then I'm going in with a bit of red in the middle. Just flick it out so that it blends out. Okay, so then we have orange and yellow. Okay, cute. And then you can come in with darker green to mix, add spikes and all sorts. Okay, I'm gonna use a smaller brush, a teeny weeny brush like so. How are we doing? Are we still alive? Are we following? Am I too fast? I have no clue. Just gonna use really wishy-washy paint, and we're gonna go with spikes. Okay, so just go easy, and just on the edges, gently flick out, just to give that kind of impression that your cactus is prickly. Okay, and this one I am going to do dots because that's what they are. Oops, it's not quite dry yet. Actually, you don't need to do it in all of the spaces because that might look weird. So I'm just gonna do it just like that, look, here and there. Okay, just here and there. Okay, just like that. And then I'm coming in here with an orange, like this kind of orange. Okay, very wishy-washy. And then because the yellow kind of melted into the background a little bit, I'm gonna come on the outer edge and then add a bit of orange. Just to add a bit of definition. I'm going to go in a bit more in yellow just to because this cactus, she lives her extra life right now. Hee hee. Okay, and then we're going to come in and add the shadow. So we go for like grayish color. Okay, if you have Payne's gray, go for it. But super wishy because I don't want it to be too much. La 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 la. Okay, yeah. So that one, the sunlight coming from this way, I'm gonna go this way. Okay, and if it is a bit too dark, we're gonna go we're gonna blend it out a little bit with the clean brush. Okay, like so. Okay, need a bit more time, that's fine guys, keep going. So let's talk about my signature. Let me know when you're ready to move on, okay guys? Where is my drawing of my signature? I want to show you and want to ask you what you think. Oh yeah. I've been trying to find like a signature crest all over the place. So I've come up with 1, 2, and 3. But I think I'd like to use my Thai name my God-given name. So I think I'm gonna do that one from now. I'm gonna even get it made, guys. Gonna get it made. What do you think? Look, I'm gonna do like that. What do you think? You know, like the Chinese crest kind of thing that they used to have in the painting. Do you know? What do you think? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? So that's Montanat. Let me know what you think. Okay, thank you. Ready to move on? So we'll add the shadow. Okay, continue adding the shadow. And this one really needs to be more abstract because it's kind of like tall plant going. It probably should go on over that plant really. I mean this plant pot there. Okay, and then this one, just a massive circle. Okay, like that. Okay, and then for this one, I think the prickle usually in white, but I think you can just add green, I'd say. I think it's quite dry. This has to be super dry before you can add the prickle. So really tiny brush. And in all direction, very little flicky, okay? Just to add a bit of texture for it really, okay? Like that. If you're unsure, don't do it, and then you can use a pen or something later. Like that, okay? And I think this is dried now. So I'm gonna see if that works. The pot. Talking about the pot. Gonna use like a, so this is, you can just go crazy. You can do like modern type of pot by doing ziggy-zaggy fun thing or stripy thing. Okay, don't, make sure that you don't just go straight because the pot is curvy, unless your pot is square like my third one. Okay, you can do polka dots, okay, or you can do like, you know, just imagine you decorate Easter egg, or you can do flowers, which I am about to do, or I think you can spend ages doing this really, can't you? But I'm gonna do it like abstract-y because I don't want to take the eyes from our lovely cactus. Okay, and I'm gonna do a little bit of curvy there, dot there, like that. Okay, and then I think this is a series of them, so I'm gonna do a set of pot. Thank you, Milton, for my tea. Love you. My youngest Milton, who is, how old are you now, Milton?
11.
11, yeah. He just bring in a cup of tea for me. Yeah, like that. Yeah. I'm just going where the splotches of my abstract splotch that I've done, and I'm just going along with those. Really, what can you see? You know, just go for it. Sketchy, it's quite satisfying. Doesn't have to be anything, guys, honestly. Life's too short to worry about it. It's all about having fun. If you want to outline, there's no right or wrong, okay? It's all about the process that you're about to create it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I think that's done now. Maybe not. I might want to add a bit of definition back onto my my little flower here. You can add a bit of dots or little red stamens of the paint just to add a bit more dimension to it. Okay, same as this red flower here. Like so. Yeah, that's done. Okay, perfection. How are we all doing? Next paint's gonna be super fast, so don't worry about it. Don't stress out about it, okay? Got it, guys? Done. Whee! Whoop, whoop. Okay, right, next. Let me know if you need more time. I'm just gonna, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to, hi Steve, how are you? Cut my paper a little bit because I made a boo-boo out of it. Okay. Both ways. And tear. Please do not tear bad again. Ah, that's better. And never bin your scraps, ever, okay? Because that could be a nice card. If you trim a bit more, that would make a lovely card. Maybe today you could make a little card for someone to cheer someone up. Your elderly neighbor or someone. Okay, right. The next one up is called forsythia. How do you say it? It's this. So I practiced and I thought I'll show you what it's gonna look like. Okay, don't be alarmed. It's the easiest thing ever because it's abstract and you just let your brush dance onto the surface of the paper. Okay, let it dance and let your heart sing. Okay, right, so that's what let me see if I can zoom out. There, that's what it's gonna look like. Oh look, I even started to sign my name with my Chinese style painting. That's the one. Oh, I want to sign that one as well at some point. So that's what I ended up painting from yesterday class, because we only had that 3, didn't we? And then throughout the day I just started to add up. You know, you don't have to do everything in one sitting because that could be punishing. It's not relaxing. You just go back in when you need it for yourself. Okay, that's when you need it. If you need it all day, by all means, just fill the page. Even if this particular flower sings to you, if you do 5 pages of the same flowers, that is good, okay? It doesn't matter about what you're doing. Just keep going. If you just want to do leaves, fill the whole page, or 10 pages with leaves, just go for it, okay? Oh yeah, we're gonna do that at some point, guys. Fun! And that was just me practicing my loose brush strokes and stuff, okay? And that me practicing pebbles. Not quite happy with them yet, okay? And it's good to get a book and then you can look back and see what you have done as well. But the only thing is, book once you've done the page, you have to leave it to dry before you can move on to the next project. Okay, so forsythia, I had to look at the real image and see what it looks like. So it's like a bright, beautiful yellow. It's like buttercup yellow, isn't it? It's like almost hurt your eyes kind of yellow that bring you happiness. So do you know yellow is the color of friendship and happiness? And it's a sign of spring. So that's why we're doing that today, okay? Cactus is a bit fun and, you know, a bit of fun things to do and something different. But let's get back to our abstract flowers, okay? I'm going to go for a little bit bigger flowers, brush. If you have one brush, just use whatever size you go and just work a bit harder, okay? And I'm going to show you how the yellow flowers go first. Let me see if I can find my spare piece of paper. Okay, I haven't got the real thing with me, so I just went online and looked for someone, you know, the garden center pictures of their forsythia. And then, okay, so forsythia is like a shrub, okay, and the branch come up usually straight, and then I've seen some that go out like that as well, but they're quite stiff. They don't really have a lot of branchy looking thing. And fun enough, the flowers doesn't really has a little stem coming out and grow like so. It just grows from their main branch, really, actually. And the petals are long, and they're 5 petals. So some will be flowering at the front of your painting, and some will be flowering behind your painting. So you want to see the stem coming through, and sometimes you want to see the flowers at the front. I know it's a little bit tricky, technical, but don't worry. I'm going to show you how to do it. Remember when we did the abstract flowers, okay? We're just going to splotch, and then add the stem after. That's all there is, okay? So do your brush stroke. Let me just mix it first. What I'm doing is I'm mixing lemon yellow because it's in between lemon yellow and add wishy-washy. Always wishy-washy, because if you think, oh, I need a bit of definition, then you add more, okay? It's the cold yellow and warm yellow, okay? So it's like a sunflower yellow and lemon yellow, and always test it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, right. So easy, just drag down like that. That's all there is, okay? And then here and there, and drag down, okay? Be loose about it. Just let your brush dance on the surface of the paper. And the thing is, just keep in mind where your stem is going to go, because it's not quite free as your other abstract painting. So we're just gonna kind of like paint our flower along the stems kind of thing, okay? So we're gonna paint them upwards like so. Okay, guys, I have tried painting the sticks first and then paint the flowers. It doesn't look as nice as when you paint the flowers and then add the sticks, okay? Righty-ho, this one will finish in 10 minutes, I would say, okay? Yeah, plenty of time, team. Okay, let's go. So I think you probably need a bit of paint ready for yourself, really, okay? Whoa. I'm gonna have my paint there because I'm ready for action. Whee. Right. Oh, I already had a little yellow splotch there. I'm gonna start there then. Happy accident. So my stem's gonna go up that way. I'm gonna go out of the page, okay? So, like so. Okay, guys, how are we doing? Twig 1, done, okay? That's twig 1, and twig 2, I'm gonna go maybe straight up. Just imagine how, if you're a plant, where you're gonna go. Okay. And if you're not sure, have a quick brush practice work on your, on your scrap piece of paper first. It's almost like when we did the delphinium, but rather than having like a splotchy paint, you have longer brush stroke, okay? Longer brush stroke. Like so, okay? And then we're gonna move on to the next stem. Okay, team, how are we doing? Let me see. Okay, you're still quiet, so it means you're still alive, I hope. Okay, the next stem, I'm gonna go from there, so, okay. And down. It doesn't matter if it's too of a big blotch. Hi Teresa, how are you? We're painting forsythia today because yellow is such an uplifting color, and it represents friendship and happiness. Okay, all right. And then the next one, I'm gonna go straight. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna leave that for the time being. I'm gonna add the stem first. So I am doing super brown because it's the twigs from last year that it's growing on. Okay, trying to be technical here. So mix your brown, like wooden brown, or you can just, if you have a brown already, just use that brown. Whoa, I just painted my wall. Tissue. Milton, can you grab me some piece of tissue, please? It's here somewhere. There's a box. Okay, so then I'm gonna start adding twigs. Okay, and actually it looks nicer if you your paint's still wet. Thank you, Milton. Don't want paint on the wall, although it's a watercolor. Like that, okay guys? And if it is too empty for you, you can come and add more later, okay? So some you go behind the flowers and some you go on top. Okay? This one I'm gonna add like a kind of abstract twig just there, so I can add my flowers to it. Okay, let's go in. Okay, and then I'm going to mix a bit more color. I'm running out. So it's I'm just mixing the cold yellow and warm yellow just to give it a bit of a depth, okay? And once dried, you can even go on top as well, okay? Just gonna make it more dense at the bottom. And at this point, I'm going to mix a tiny bit of orange into my pool of color. That's a bit way too strong again. Just go in again with, how are we doing? Oh, hi, Jan. Welcome. Please have a go. So this is a slightly darker than the yellow that I've just put in, and I'm just adding more colors to it, okay, just to add a bit of definition. just to kind of like suggest that we have more flowers, okay? Like so. See? How are you all doing? Just keep adding to your paint until you feel like, okay, I dig it now, then you can stop. But when do you stop? I don't know, because I don't know when I need to stop. Okay? And if you want to, feel free to, there's a bit gappy here, I don't like the gaps. Oh, that's great. Sinoperin, sometimes I wonder if they would press well because they're on the twig, or do you just pick the flowers? I don't know. Okay, and if you want to flick with the splash, go for it, okay? And I don't want to do that yet because my paint is still wet, because then my brown will go straight in. And that's it, guys. Keep adding on, you know, just look at the real picture of the, you know, one that you like and have a go. And I think it's quite nice and jolly. So today we created fun cactus and a happiness of forsythia, okay? And what's the time? Okay, that's on time. So I'll leave you here, and I'll see you again tomorrow. And I'm gonna post a picture on the wall, and again, the usual. Please post some of your effort and let me know how you got on. Lots of love, guys. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Hi, Lisa.